check, checking, check. Hello guys, welcome back to the 99 Natives YouTube channel. Today, we're gonna be talking about one of my favorite things in the entirety of everything ever. Pre-production's weird. You never really hear people talking about it that much. You always hear about like how you shoot stuff, which is production, or how you put together stuff in the edit, or even color or sound or anything like that. Like that seems to be the fun stuff to talk about. But I really love pre-production, and it is genuinely, I think, my favorite. That's not true. It's not my favorite part. I like every part of it, but this part is also fun. Also, if you're wondering what this is a microphone. It's not a random stick that's just pointing at my face. This is a microphone. I think it's cool that it's in frame. You know, we're all friends here. This is fine. This is fine. I'm sorry that it's in the frame, okay? I'll be better. I'll be better next time. What was I talking about? I was talking about pre-production. Pre-production is awesome. It's really where you like get to dream a lot. I'm not gonna sit here and say that this is the best way or the only way to prepare for a shoot or anything like that. No, I'm sure there's better ways or other ways, but this is the way I do it, and you know, I found it to be kind of successful. I found it to really help me out, so I just wanted to share that with you. Before we get going, I do have to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is no one. No one has sponsored this video. I think someone should sponsor it, especially Milanote. Every other pre-production video I've watched on YouTube, you guys have sponsored it. Please sponsor some. I'll do another one of these if you sponsor it, please. I really do like using Milanote. So, Milanote, if you're watching this video, I love you. And, you know, if you wanted to sponsor a video down the line, you can. That's completely okay. I'm actually going to show you like how we prepared for a shoot that we did for a real estate group on 38. It's called a Blankenship group. You know what? Let's watch the ad now and then talk about how we prepared for it after it, right? Okay, here it is. Here's the ad. Hope you enjoy.
Find us right where you belong. A place where sunny skies and happiness meet. This place can become a home.
Cheers, y'all.
The Blankenship Group knows what matters. A sliver of space in this life where family can find joy, solitude, comfort. Home becomes exactly what you make it. And this is our home. Our story could be yours too. Your piece of paradise awaits. Contact the Blankenship Group.
Welcome back. After such a lovely ad. I bet you were wondering throughout this, wow, how did they prepare for this? Wow, oh my gosh, wow, that's incredible. How could they ever have done pre-production for this shoot? Well, I mean, let's just get into it. Let's just do it. Let me start screen recording. So here's Milanote. I come into a board, I label it Idea Vomit. I take everything in my head and I chunk it into this board. Really, and as you can see, it's pretty convoluted. There's no rhyme or reason to anything. Basically, this is just me just taking random thoughts in my head, putting it here so I can always come back to. You know how it is, like you're thinking so much, like, oh, this would be sick, this would be awesome, I wonder if we could do this, but then you forget those, or I don't, you may be much more put together than I am. I forget stuff all the time, so I have to have a board that's just like my Idea Vomit where I can always go back, okay, that's what I was thinking there, I can ask someone about it now. The first thing I do is go to YouTube. As you can see by these guys, I just drop links to YouTube videos that are gonna be inspiration. So if I click here, I can always go back to it so I don't lose it. I can always just watch a Verbo ad. If you don't know the type of ad that they want or you want, I just search, I go to YouTube and I just search like commercials or like 30-second spots or anything like that. But for this one, it was kind of like from the beginning, we thought we would do a Verbo ad type deal because we just thought those were gorgeous. And I really think it's a good idea to have like a type of ad that's a touchstone for you and your client, so you can always go back and be like, okay, this is what we're trying to do here. If they see it in something that actually aired, they're really usually okay with it. And then I just come and I make a list and I just throw up in it. And it could be anything, and it doesn't have to be spelled right or anything. This is just for you. This is just for you to go back while you're planning everything else. Like, maybe you want a gimbal for the regular house shots if we need them. Wides are on sticks. Tights are classy handheld. All this stuff. Even questions, you know, that we might need to ask the client that come up, you throw them in here. Like, could we get them to deck out the rooftop with cafe lights or Christmas lights and practicals? The answer was no. But I knew to ask because it was here. Usually from there, I go from reasons to do. I go to feelings and themes. Like like after talking to the client, and they tell you what they're trying to accomplish in this. Like they said, they wanted homes you can live in and feel comfortable in. And from there, I took themes of creating memories. You're living life there. You're growing there, and like really settling down there. And this is always something I go back to throughout this entire pre-production process. The conceptual vomiting is something that I do as well. So capturing moments of life on 30A, that's where they are, comes to what we see because they live on 30A. You see, I'm just throwing stuff here. Simple and slow moments paired with fast-paced moments, right? We actually built from that. That was the thought that blew it up. But look how long it took to get to that thought. You know, we went through all of these different things, and I finally got like simple and slow moments paired with fast-paced moments. That is 30A. Does that make sense? Are you with me? Are you with me this far? Okay. The next thing I do from there is I create a mood board, right? So I put all of my actual references in there. So I use Shot Deck. That's another thing that should sponsor this video and really reach out to us. I think my free trial just ended. So if they wanted to give me a free subscription just to shout them out every single video, absolutely, that we can make that happen, Shot Deck. But I got all these at Shot Deck. Shot Deck's amazing. You go in, you just say like, for this, we have a pull scene that we're going after, and that's what all these are. So I typed in pull day. All this popped up. 2 reasons I like to have a mood board. One is so the client knows what you're going for. Honestly, the mood you're going for and the look you're going for. And the second one is like when you're on set and you're actually crafting these images and you're shooting it, you can always go back to your mood board and see, like, am I achieving this? Am I doing this? If you ever get stuck on this shot, you don't know what to do. You just go and like, okay, well, everything everywhere all at once told me that I should do this and this looked good. Now I know to do that, right? So that makes sense. You make a mood board so everyone's on the same page and you know what to reference when you're actually shooting. The next thing I do, at this point, you have a script written, you have your concept, it's been approved by the client, you're good. And now it's time for a shot list. Okay, now I say this with a grain of salt. I say it with a grain of salt. I know that not everyone likes a shot list, and that's completely understandable. I didn't like a shot list for a while, but the reason why I love a shot list now is because there's so many times when you're on set or on these shoots and it's just so wild, all right? You're running around, your brain is in 1,000 different places, and you forget a shot. When you get on these shoots, you are in a different mindset than you were when you were planning this. So you're not actually watching it like you had been in your head beforehand. Does that make sense? I guess what the sentiment was trying to say, I'm so scatterbrained that I need a shot list to make sure we get everything we need for the edit that I was thinking about. And what a shot list does for me really is it allows me to be wholeheartedly creative in one area before we get on the shoot, and then I can be wholeheartedly creative in another area, which is how is the talent doing and how does the frame look? That's what a shoot is for. We would have never been able to pull off one of the girls chunking a piece of cheese and cutting in it being a marshmallow a guy catches in his mouth. That would have just never happened if we didn't shot list it beforehand. And it's really not that daunting of a task. It really isn't. It's super fun. So what this does, it allows you to be so prepared that you can play around on the shoot. Look at this scene right here. This is the movie room scene, right? So it's like I had so much more here, but we didn't shoot all that because, you know, you're shooting with kids and you want it to be all natural and stuff. So you kind of have to play around. But it was so good to have this. Me and Grant would go over and we would talk through. It's like, okay, so we kind of have that, we kind of have that, we kind of have that, and we don't really need all this, so we're good. And again, this is just for you guys to see. It doesn't have to be super proper, I don't think, unless that client wants to see it, and that's totally okay. And then you can beef it up a little bit. But you know, I just make these little columns and color code it to the different locations that we have. Okay, I hope I'm making sense. I'm kind of just talking. How are you guys? How do you guys feel? This is fun. We're having fun. We're having fun. So that's the shot list. It doesn't have to be super official, but you know, just write down shots that would be fun and then try to make them work. Like make them make sense in a sequence. I mean, that's really the tough part. Once you've done that, I just come in here and I just like, you know, separate it into certain scenes. So when I'm on set and I have it on my phone, I can just go to my scenes board and it's like, okay, what are we shooting right now? Okay, we're shooting in the kitchen. This is what I was thinking for the kitchen. These are the shots we need to get in the kitchen. Super easy. Basically what I do is just combine what I did with the mood board and the shot list, put it into one thing so it's easily accessible on the day. And one thing you can do if you really wanted to, I didn't do it for this shoot because it was handheld, we were just capturing little memories and moments. Here's something we did for, and I can't believe I'm about to show you this, but you know, you can make storyboards if you want to. So this is for a little like a website landing page video we made. As you can see, I'm an artist. This is wholeheartedly embarrassing, but this is what we had. We had a scene where we shot a person flipping through a Bible, and we went through like different verses and stuff like that. So this is what it ended up being. I don't know, like it just helps me with the framing, so we don't have to think about it that much on the day. Just to make sure you're getting the shots you wanted when you watched it initially in your head and you got excited about that idea. Because it's like I'm not always creative, you know, I'm only creative when I'm like really feeling it, you know. And when you're really feeling it, that's a great feeling, but you don't want to lose it, right? So you just slap it down, so when you're not as creative, you can reference it and kind of latch back on to what you were feeling in that moment. I know it's supposed to be a Bible, but it looks like pancakes. I apologize. And then I feel prepared for a shoot, you know, print all this out and bring it with you. Or, you know, you have the app on your phone, you can also just do that as well. Guys, I had fun talking through this. And again, I want to clarify, like this is just how I do it. It might not be the best thing for you, but I do recommend trying it out. And ultimately, it's just what makes you feel the most prepared. If you feel confined by a shot list, you feel confined by a storyboard, then you know I get that. You definitely don't have to do that. This is just what helps me out. This is what makes me feel most prepared for shoots. And yeah, how do you guys feel? You guys feel good? Also, if anyone has any ties with Milanote or Shot Deck, just let them know. Let them know that 99 Natives said hey. Maybe keep it subtle like that. Just like, hey, 99 Natives says what's up. Something cool like that. Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. I know you didn't have to. I know it was kind of a longer video. And if you guys have anything else that you like us to talk about, or like how we do certain things, or any questions, let us know in the comment section what kind of videos you would like to see. Because you know, we want to make stuff that you want to see. Yeah. I don't know how to do outros for YouTube, so I guess I'm just gonna say bye and hope that is sufficient. So, bye. You guys are awesome, and I greatly appreciate you. I nailed that. I totally nailed that.